What did you hate most about school? Group punishment. 5 kids get rowdy. Teacher fails to rein in their behavior. Everyone has to put our heads on our desks. Listen to a lecture blaming us for somebody else's misbehavior. Recess is canceled. That you have to be working not only on weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., like on a regular job, but also post 5 p.m. and on weekends. It feels like a 24/7 job. When the teacher would ask something out loud, and I would answer very confidently and get it wrong. Whenever it happened, I felt like a fool. To play devil's advocate, more people should do this. If no one else is answering and you're not 100% about the answer, try this. I started doing this in my athletic injuries labs in university because everyone was terrified of looking like an idiot. Guess what happened? Even though I wasn't sure I'd be correct, when the prof corrected me, I never forgot the answer. It always stuck with me. It also had a subconscious effect where I'd spend a little extra time when studying to make sure I knew what I was talking about. It ultimately made me more confident in my knowledge. I'm not saying to just take over the class and blurt shit out 24/7, but if it's quiet and no one wants to take a stab, go for it. The other kids my own age, bullying, drama, annoying behaviors distracting class, social anxiety through the roof. I ended up dropping out and then graduating by studying from home on my own. Don't know if it's a thing in the US, it's not quite the same as homeschooling. We call it privatista, where you're technically a student in a school, but you just study on your own and only go there to present yourself for the finals. I missed some of the teachers because some of them were really nice and helpful people, but not having my classmates around made a world of difference to me. I loathed the rigid structure and lack of creativity in school. The constant bell ringing, tedious lectures, and emphasis on memorization suffocated my imagination and curiosity. I felt like a prisoner, forced to conform to a one-size-fits-all approach. Every single aspect. What I hated about college shall not be mentioned. Special education from kindergarten to 11th grade made me not just hate school, but myself for 27 years. The idea that my homework had any effect whatsoever on my final grade. My final grade is supposed to be a representation of the amount of material I learned, and should therefore be based on my test scores. You, as the teacher, are required to teach me the subject matter, and homework should be a tool in your toolbox, not the primary teaching method. There are a lot of classes where I walked out with a barely passing grade because I didn't do my homework, but aced all of my tests. Math class. I always struggled and always felt like I was useless and dumb. Turns out that I'm not dumb, and the real issue was that nobody could have the time to explain it to me the way I needed it to be explained. My college stats prof really opened my eyes. I got an A in that class and my math confidence back. I had a job from 9th grade until I graduated. It felt like nothing I was taught I needed in the real world. I was an ass. There were times I'd ask teachers how this is going to help me at work. Socially wise, the different cliques and hierarchy. There were certain students that were complete douchebags, but got away with everything, and were seen as the good kids due to their cliques and relatives in the community. Once I got into the workforce, it's basically the same with workplace nepotism. The push that everyone was going to college, and that your professor won't accept this, and other sayings, really made it difficult to take some subjects seriously. I joined the service right after HS, and other people went to trade school, but it always felt like if you weren't going to college right away, you were wasting your time in HS. Probably having to learn stuff I didn't want to learn. That includes Russian, physics, arts, and literature, and the stress some weeks caused was crazy. I miss school Nangle, but would I want to go back and do it again? No. The frog dissection in high school biology, especially that one guy who, instead of anesthetizing the frog with ether, then piercing its brain so that it's humanely brain dead, cut it open while it was still alive and conscious, and making terrified "aaaaaaaah" noises because he thought it was funny to see it thrashing in agony. Thank you for watching this video. Write your comments and don't forget to subscribe.